Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. It's Kieran back with another video. So I know I haven't uploaded for quite a while, probably a few months actually. Good reason for that. Number one, lockdown. I was too busy either working or on Molly itself. And number two, I had a car accident and my modern car was unfortunately written off in a car accident. Someone went into the back of me. That was quite unfortunate. Anyhow, that being said, today you join me at Longbridge in Birmingham, which is where a lot of MGs were made. The factory is just here, and I thought this would be a good place to reveal what my new car is. Now, a lot of you who follow me on Instagram, at Molly the MGBGT, will know what car it is, but for those who don't, for those who just follow my channel, I thought this would be a good place to reveal what it is. You can kind of guess what it is, hence why I'm at Longbridge, but for those of you who want to know, let's reveal what car I've got. And if you don't already, guys, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please leave a like, and so follow me on Instagram, Molly the MGB, if you don't already. So let's see what car I've bought. So this is it. This is my 2004 MGTF 115. Now, I did have a 5-door kind of hatchback before, and once that was written off, I thought, you know what, why not? Let's go for something just a bit different. I've already got an MGB, so I thought, let's have two MGTFs. I can't even get my words out today. One MGTF and one MGB, there we go. So this is it. Believe it or not, this had 7,000 miles on the clock when I picked it up just a few weeks ago. It's had 3 previous owners, the first being a doctor, the second being his brother, the third being the guy who I bought it off, who was a classic car dealership. So it's in absolutely outstanding condition, which is why I kind of went for it. But yeah, it's a 2004, so a bit of history behind it. So when the MGF, which is the older version, ceased production from 1995 to 2000, the TF was bought out in 2002 to replace the F. So the difference was you had the upgraded headlights on it, the wheels were different, the backlights were slightly different, the interior. But apart from that, really, I think the suspension was different as well, but apart from that, that was pretty much the only difference on there. They're very similar. Obviously they're all rear wheel drive, mid-engined, so the engine is just here, just in behind the soft top. You can access it via this panel and just a bit by the boot, and that's why you get these kind of air vents just down here to cool the engine, because the ones at the front don't really do a lot in regards to cooling. So I've named him Huey from the number plate. I'll just go around there, HWY, thought I'd name him Huey for that reason. Now Huey's a MGTF 115, which comes with a 1.6 litre K-series engine. You could get the 1.8s in the 135s and the 160s and the trophies, but Huey's the modest 1.6 engine, and to be honest, I think 1.6 is quite enough. I mean, he does poke. It's a 5-speed manual CVT gearbox. So yeah, apart from that, really, he's a lovely little car. I've really enjoyed him. Today's a lovely day at Longbridge, so we've got the top down, so enjoying a nice cruise out. Now the Euro NCAP rating, funnily enough, was quite good. From what I can see, it was a 4-star rating on the adult occupants, and the pedestrian impact was 54%, so quite a good car of its time actually. So the displacement on the engine is a 1.589cc, so 1.6. 114 brake horsepower with 145 newton meters of torque, so enough for a nice little light sports car with rear wheel drive. So it doesn't really weigh anything, so I think 1.8 is quite enough. 118 miles an hour was the self-proclaimed top speed, and 0 to 60 could reach it in 9.2 seconds, which I don't think was close off than the MGB. I think the MGB was just a bit more than that, so it's nice that it's kind of the hurrah to the MGB in a way. So when the MGB ceased production in the 80s, in the very early 80s, obviously had the RV8 come out, and then after the RV8 there wasn't really anything to kind of celebrate the MGB. So this is the direct replacement to the MGB as well, so it's nice to have kind of a car that's in respect and in memory of the MGB. There's a lot of things in this that the MGB also has. So, for example, rear wheel drive, the MGB was rear wheel drive, just little things like that. But obviously the MGB was front engine, so that's obviously a bit of a difference on that. But apart from that, really, like I say, it's such a modest car. So let's take a look on the inside. So like I said, this car, when I bought it, only done 7,000 miles on it, and it really shows with the condition of the interior, condition of the steering wheel. A lot of you guys will recognise the steering wheel, kind of a genuine Rover MG steering wheel, also used on like the 75s, that kind of thing. And the dash, one thing I really love is the dashboard. You can just about see that it comes with the MG logo on, which is a nice little touch. And we've got the nice little mats down there on either side, the genuine MG Rover mats. Now, the TFs, well, like I said, they come in different models. You've got the 115, the 135s, the 160 trophies, and the kind of interior was changed on a lot of them. And Huey being a 115 has got the slightly more basic interior, which I quite like actually. I like it more basic, and aftermarket stereo in a Kenwood, which actually works quite well. And you've obviously got your heater controls all there. Rear fog light, because Huey doesn't come with front fog lights, so it's just the rear one. Window controls, I've seen a nice gear stick. Smoker, you don't see a lot of these anymore on modern cars, so that's quite nice. But one thing I'm really surprised about just the TF in general, is the amount of storage space for a little car like this. I mean, you know, it's like the MX-5, but the MX-5 sold in humongous numbers compared to the TF. But you know, they're still similar in regards to the aspects of how they're designed, but I'm really surprised at the actual interior space, luggage space. So for example, nice little ashtray there, big storage compartment where I store my tissue or like the cloth to just wipe the car over. Got another one here, nice little coffee cup holder, another little storage compartment there, and another one where which I tend to put my sunglasses in, so that's really good. When the soft top folds up, this actually turns into a parcel shelf, which is quite big, so if you've got like an umbrella or a bit of shopping or anything like that, you can just put it on there, so that's really clever. And I'll just get in a second, so I want to show you the glove box, because the glove box, considering it's such a small car, I've never seen a glove box this big before. Even on my Toyota that was a 5-door hatchback, that was even smaller. And I don't know how well the camera will do it, but I can put my hand all the way in there. I'm still going, and I don't know if you can see, that is the end. And I'm quite a tall lad, so my arms are quite long. And that's the very end of it. So that is a humongous glove box in that. So I'm really impressed with that. That is absolutely lovely. So, but yeah, apart from that, you've got your clock that works nicely, and your oil temperature. That's something to look out for, especially on the K series. But yeah, apart from that, really impressed with it. Nice design, nice colours. So let's go and check out the boot. So again, the boot is somewhere that I'm really surprised at just how big it actually is for a tiny little convertible. So I'm just going to show you inside the boot. Considering it's such a small car, it's such a deep boot inside it. I mean, it's not the widest, and I mean lengthwise, it's not the length that's the longest. I mean, I've seen cars that are bigger, but for a little tiny convertible, that is absolutely amazing. And just how deep it is as well. Again, I can put my arm all the way in there. Nice deep, and look, plenty of space for your shopping. I mean, I've got my tonneau cover, my disc lock that I keep for security, that's in there, a few little bits and bobs. So yeah, that is a really good sized boot on that, so well done MG on that. And then you can access the engine just a bit here, so just like your necessities, your oil, top up, your coolant, your antifreeze, that's all in there. You can access a bit more of the engine, but if you really want to do any kind of major work on it, there is this panel here that you just open, that comes apart, and then you can access pretty much the whole engine, so not all that bad. And yeah, so I'm going to show you now the bonnet, because the bonnet, I've tricked already. A few of my family members have said look at the engine, and they didn't know it was obviously a mid-engine car. They've gone in the front and there isn't an engine there, so let's just see. To open the engine bay, you have to use this little switch here, so pull that. So we'll go around the front. So that there is inside the engine. Just going to put that up on there. There we go. So yeah, this is pretty much the engine bay, and obviously the mileage does show in this as well. I mean, the condition that it's in, not one bit of rust anywhere on it, which is what really made me fall in love with the car, to be honest. And yeah, so you've got your necessities in here. So your battery's lovely and easy to access, so if that does need changing or clean your terminals, that's lovely and easy to access, as is your fuse box. The fuse box is lovely and easy to access again. If you need to change a fuse, Bob's your uncle, there it is. Dot 4, that'll be your brake fluid in there, your Dot 4 brake fluid. Now in here, you can actually get the spare wheels for these. Now I don't think they ever come with them. I think it was only the later ones, like 2008 ones that came with them. But I think the earlier ones, like Huey, didn't come with them. So instead, you get this kind of the tyre fix kit in there. You've got some glasses, actually locking nuts, wheel thing. And then this, so if you do get a puncture, it's just kind of a quick fix to get you home, like kind of a sealant, which is the original kit. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you can get a bolt that fits just into this little hole down here, so you can put a spare wheel in there. It is something I'm considering, because obviously this is my daily car, so if I do get a puncture or anything, then you know, it might be a bit awkward just putting a quick sealant in, so I'm thinking of getting it. Obviously then you've got your screen wash down there. But yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much the front of it. Now, for those who didn't know in my family that it was a mid-engine car, when I opened up the bonnet, it was a bit of a surprise to them, not seeing an engine in there, and it's taken me a while to get used to, because I've always owned cars that have had the engine in the front. So it's a bit strange still for me to see not an engine in the front, just kind of a big storage bay. But yeah, I mean, if you've been shopping, you've got loads of shopping for Christmas, you can put it in the boot. You've got a bit on the back there if you've got the soft top up, and then of course you can fit a bit of shopping in here as well. So yeah, so it's quite, like I said, for such a small car, you get so much kind of storage space and shopping luggage base. So, and one other thing I've done, I've added to it, being I'm kind of tailor making this more as a daily car to me, is the mud guards. Now I've fitted these on the fronts and on the back either side, and they've really helped. I mean, the other day when we had that big rain, you know, it wouldn't stop raining for about 3 days, these really helped. There wasn't any spray at all up here. There was all on the back of the mud guards, but spray wise on the side there was absolutely nothing. So these mud guards really do the trick. I think they were £70 for the full set. They are genuine MG Rover ones though. You can see that by the little logo. I'm not quite sure how well the camera will pick that up, but there is a little logo there. So nice to see genuine MG Rover stuff on that. And yeah, so apart from that, really, that's pretty much the full car. And for those purists out there like me, there's two things on this car that do make it lovely and original. Number one is the tax disc holder, MG Rover Direct, and secondly, on the registration plate, which is the original, it's also got it on there, MG Rover Direct. So the history behind Huey, he was actually sold from Longbridge, so just over there is where he's come from, back in 2004, and he was shipped to a dealership called Rycar in Cardiff in Wales. So he would have been shipped there, then sold again there to go to its first owner. But it's lovely to bring him back to where A, he was born, and B, where he was actually first supplied from, which is lovely. So yeah, so apart from that, really, that's a quick walkthrough on the TF that I've got. And one last thing that I've also got is on the 115, like I said, the different models, there are different variant changes, but on the 115, and I've always had people since I've had this said to me, you should change it, but I don't really want to change it because I actually quite like how it goes. So on the 115, the mirrors, the handles, and the air vents on the side are actually painted black. Whereas on the other models, like the 135s, the 160s, they're actually colour matching to the car. Now I actually quite like the black. I think it goes really nicely with the silver. And I've heard of someone, for those of you who know more about TFs than I do, please confirm this for me, but I don't think the 115s are as common as the 160s and the 135s, because I haven't actually seen a lot of them, A, on the road, and B, on the groups. I mean, like the TF enthusiast clubs. I've not really seen any 115s on there, so please leave me a little description. Please leave me a description. Please leave me a comment in the description to see, you know, if the 115s are that uncommon at the moment. But yeah, I actually quite like that. So yeah. Anyway, one last thing as well. Let's just check how the soft top goes up, because I have actually got a hard top for this as well. I bought it from another place. It didn't come with a car originally, and I am experiencing a bit of leaks with that at the moment, obviously because it wasn't tailor-made to the car itself when it was new, so it's kind of more of an accessory in a way. So I'm just going to show you guys how the soft top goes up and just how easy it is to actually put it up. So obviously on a lot of modern cars now, you do get the feature of just an electric sunroof on where it'll come up and down. But on the TF and on older kind of convertibles, it is really nice to see that you can put these up manually. It is one less thing to go wrong on the car, which I kind of like it, but I'm just going to show you how it goes up. So nice and easy. You've got two clips just on here, put those up like that, and simply come straight up. And inside you have got two little clips and one there. And that is pretty much all you have to do. It's lovely and simple, and unlike the hard top, the soft top, it fits absolutely lovely and snug around the whole car. There's no gaps, there's no kind of wind noise, especially when I drove it on the motorway. I actually drove this on the motorway the other day with the hard top up. I was doing 70 miles an hour, 80, and there was literally no noise whatsoever. Now, the previous owner did tell me that this soft top hasn't hardly been used. So I mean, that could have been a reason to do with it, but apart from that, there's no rips or tears in the back window, which I'm really happy about. And you can actually take this out. There is a zip inside it, so if you wanted to, you can actually take this out, which again is a lovely feature if you're on a really, nice day on a picnic or something. You can take that out as well. But yeah, apart from that, that is pretty much the TF summed up. So really happy with it. I mean, I test drove one in Grantham. It was okay, it was nice, it was similar to this, it was a 135. But I mean, it just didn't have the qualities of what this one's got. I mean, the mileage on it, I actually posted this to a group on Facebook and no one actually believed the mileage on it, so I had to physically prove it with the with the clock on it. But yeah, apart from that really, I hope this has given you a sum up on my car, my new car. This is Huey. So expect to see Huey and a lot more videos that I do, especially with Molly as well. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's down there for you. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and leave a comment in the description. Let me know what you think of Huey and what you think I should do to it. So I'll see you next time guys. Take care.